currently 3:45 and we're going for a 3-hour run, so I need to be leaving in 15 minutes. My name's Colin Noble and welcome to Cold Tries Hard. So, 3 hours, steady state. Zone 2 is the aim. Currently sitting around 6.5 minute pace. So yeah, really happy with the last couple of weeks. Training, nutrition, yeah, super stoked.
Lap 4, 6:32.
6:32, lap 4, there we go. So there's a couple of hills on the early part of my out and back, so just want to keep the heart rate down, so I thought I'd walk up them and have a little yarn. But yeah, building really nicely, really happy. But this is pretty well what a double run day looks like. So yeah, so 3-hour run this morning. Well, that's the intent, so I should get home 7:20, and then yeah, drop the kids off at school, maybe start doing some computer work, some sponsorship stuff, touch base with a few sponsors, things like that. A little recovery and rest techniques, i.e. nap. Looking forward to that one, and then yeah, we'll go again this afternoon, so chances are we'll go and pick Poppy and Henry up and yeah, run home from school again. Thought it was pretty effective, or depending on how we travel, I may even run to school, and that way I'm available to give Jess a hand with the kids this afternoon when we get home from school, because yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare time, that. So but yeah, welcome to double run day, the third double run day of this week. This day's off, so yeah, so tracking my weeks, kind of jumping between the two. My Strava stats and everything's going to tell me, you know, Monday to Sunday, but Coach Forrest and I are going to look at, and Coach Sammy as well, with nutrition. We're looking at those weeks on and weeks off of work, so yeah, good. No, can't see any Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, pardon me. So yeah, 50 minutes in, 48 minutes in, 7.5 kilometers. I was going to turn around and head home, try and do like a bit of a 2-lapper or an out and back, and then carry on past my house, but yeah, just the road leading up to my house on a Monday morning, this time of day is just going to be manic for traffic, so to try and navigate that 4 times, just don't really have it in me, so I'm just going to stay out, see what else we can see. So there's baseball fields, soccer fields, yeah, Narangba, this is it. This is where the bulk of the 777 training is happening, for me at least anyways. 90 minutes in. If you know, you know. Feel much better now. So yeah, just done a bit of a lap around Narangba. Generally only kind of like hit this and turn around and head home, but yeah, just I know I've got time on my side, so for can afford to kind of explore a little bit, for want of a better word. So yeah, so 90 minutes in, we've kind of made the turn. We'll start heading home. Had a little loop in there if it looks like we're going to be a little bit too quick to get back, but all in all, halfway through run 1 for the day, feeling good. Uh, 2.5 hours in, 22 kilometers. Still averaging those 6.5s, which is good. I've just turned onto my straight, so I'm just gonna cruise down this hill, have a bit of a yarn, pick it up, grab my water bottle from home and do one more lap of the straight, and then I think that should just about be me done. Yeah, it's getting on towards 7 o'clock now, I think, so yeah, kind of annoyed that I didn't get out at 4 o'clock, but so I probably just need to be more efficient with my time when I wake up, instead of thinking I've got forever. I probably need to prep a little bit better, so I didn't have my heart rate monitor ready, didn't have my shoes ready, didn't have a hat, didn't have my nipple tape, so anyways, it is what it is. So yeah, so that's run number 1 done. Pretty pleased actually, because I was half feeling a little bit under the weather yesterday. I wasn't too sure how I was going to feel today, but I feel pretty good so far. So as long as I don't take a bit of a nosedive today, we'll get out for another probably 90 minutes, and then nearly 2 hours maybe try and make up that half an hour this afternoon. So yeah, really good, happy. Yeah, nutrition on point, training on point. Yeah, really stoked to have Sammy and Coach Forrest on board. Would not be able to do it, would not have been able to do in the last 2 weeks what I've done without them. So yeah, really good. Completely changed my mindset on a lot of things, so good work. Mwah. See you this afternoon. Bit of Taylor Swift, just about to have some lunch. We've just been and done some rounds with the sponsor drive, so hopefully some good news coming from there. Just about to have some lunch, a little bit of a rest, and then yeah, go again. 90 minutes to 2 hours, we'll see. 90 minutes. So just went to a few places in North Lakes, Athlete's Foot, 99 Bikes, called in at Poppy's school, had a chat with them. So yeah, sponsorship wise, hopefully some really good things coming off. But this is what we're having for lunch. So just done a honey mustard chicken in the slow cooker yesterday. So 120 grams of that, and 200 grams of this fried rice. So that should fuel me for this afternoon. And that's lunch. So a couple of emails done, followed up from those sponsor outreaches this morning. Guess what? It's just started raining. So Stu, if it's still raining in a couple of hours, mate, I'll be thinking of you. But yeah, just about to go down for a little nap, so get that recovery done, just have a little rest and go again. So nap went well. I think I went down for about 45 minutes, which is really good. So now I'm just getting myself ready. Got my nerd belt, drink, a couple of gels, banana. And we're gonna go out for another hour and a half to possibly 2 hours. We'll see how we go. I was gonna go with Jess to drop off and then run home like I did the other day, But if I go now, then it kind of eats into some of the time that Jess is travelling. And it means it's less time for her to wrangle the kids by herself when she's at home. So, yeah, off we go. Run number 2. So same route. Yeah, just it's easy from home. We'll look at some different routes and things like that, but I know where I need to go to. Know my turnaround point. I know roughly the time for a 90-minute run. So yeah. So I actually walked the first few kilometers, which is no big deal. It's still time on feet. Just talking sponsorship on the phone. So I didn't actually really start jogging till about a bit after 2 kilometers, and we're just about to tick over 4 now. So yeah, but nah, absolutely no harm in that. Probably a little while ago, probably wouldn't have let that happen. Ego Colin. But yeah, look, it's an ultra marathon, 300 kilometers over a week, 7 stages, so you know it's not the Olympic time trials. So yeah, that's about it. So we'll just head up here probably for about another 10 or 15 minutes. Big dog. And then turn around, head home, and spend a bit of time with Jess and the kids. Get some more recovery done, and get a good feed, hydrate well, and get to go again tomorrow. So yeah, super stoked about that. And it is just raining a little bit, so Stu, it actually bucketed down at lunchtime there. But yeah, put your hands up if you love running in the rain. I'll drop the link in the comments, and yeah, I'll post a little snap screenshot of Swim Bike Run Stu, who I've connected with over YouTube. So he's in the Midlands back in the UK, so feel sorry for the poor bastard. Doesn't have the weather that we do, so often when we have a bit of a chit chat, it's always taking the piss out of each other, which is good banter, you know, like the weather and the sunshine and stuff. So yeah, it's always good to see. So this run's for you, Stu. Hopefully I don't get too wet, but if I do, yeah, it's not the end of the world. So just getting towards the end of run number 2 for the day. I did take a few phone calls from sponsors and things. So there was a bit of walking in that one, which is no big deal. It's still time on feet. So I just ticked over the 90-minute mark for nearly 12 kilometers. But yeah, it's time in feet, money in the bank. Yeah, so getting up towards those 4 or 5 hours on my feet per day. 19 weeks out, so we'll slowly build. But yeah, feeling really good. Leg wise, obviously a little bit tight, but not intense. Probably get the massage gun on my calves and my glutes and things, hip flexors tonight. But yeah, feeling pumped, feeling really good actually. I was actually dreading it, thinking that I was going to be tanking hard. But yeah, happy, really happy. Slow kilometers, slower than what I'm used to, slower than what old Colin would have thought is acceptable. But looking at it from an ultra marathon point of view, yeah, stoked. I don't envisage one of the 7 marathons having a point where I run from start to finish, so I'll be looking to walk through every aid station, so mentally let's get that out of my head straight away. And yeah, just, what is it Ned says, Ned Brockman? Get comfortable being uncomfortable and just put one foot in front of the other. So that's the intention, that's the drive. Yeah, see you later. Welcome back. Today is fly out day. Just got an easy zone 2 run today for about 90 minutes. So I thought I'd just give you a bit of an update on